Hello everyone, we're back at Pets Plus in Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Today is episode 5 of What Did We Get Today? Again, we're still early January, we're restocking tanks after Christmas, after the holidays. So this is second shipment toward doing that. Didn't get quite as many fish as I was hoping today. They cut my budget on me, so yeah, that happens. You gotta deal with it. So anyway, the first box is fish from Jakarta. Those are white spot tetras. Let's see those. Really nice community fish. It's a nano fish. Doesn't take a lot of space. Works really well in small tanks. Very peaceful. Doesn't bother anybody. Can handle water down in the low 70s too. So sometimes they work a little better for certain tanks that are running a little cooler. These are rainbow shiners. Quite a bit larger than the last shipment we had. It's a U.S. native. When they're in spawning condition, it is one of the prettiest fish on the planet. No question about it. These are really nice. Actually, in really good size, really nice color. So great fish. Makes a beautiful fish in a tank, especially with a lot of current. They like a lot of water movement. They don't require it, but they do seem to prefer it. These are lampeyes. Aplocalyctes normani. Norman's lampeye. Again, gonna get a little over an inch. It's actually a schooling killifish from West Africa. Beautiful fish. It's kind of a silvery white colored fish. Interesting fins, and then blue, what looks like just an electric blue light above the eye, hence the lampeye name. Really nice fish. Again, works well in a smaller tank. Big group of them in a big tank and a big planet tank. They are just stunning. One of the prettiest fish out there, I think, to put in as a school in a big tank. Not cardinal tetra level, but maybe a step below that. So, all right, let's see. These are neons. It's nice size neons. A few DOAs in there, but that's kind of par for the course with neon tetras. Eupterus cats, featherfin synodontis. Tank raised guys, about 1 3/4 inches or so. Nice scavenger for, especially for cichlid tanks. They work real well with those guys. They're quite capable of holding their own with most cichlids. They have quite an efficient set of teeth. They're nocturnal. They will push cichlids out of caves, take the cave over for themselves. That particular species can get up to about 10-12 inches long. Gets a nice sail fin dorsal, really huge dorsal fin. It's really attractive. Not a lot of color, but just a pretty fish nonetheless. Albino tiger barbs. Ordered regulars too, but those did not come in. And I think we have one more bag in this shipment. These might be hard to see. Pop them out of here. These are Mexican dwarf orange crayfish. Because we're in New Jersey, they're legal here. Had to stop carrying these in PA because they were not. We've got about 50 of them there. So it will be in the tanks in a little bit. And I'm going to go float these guys and get ready to do the next box. So we'll be back shortly. All right, our next box is from Bangkok. Assorted Oscars, about 3.5 inches. We've actually been out of Oscars for a few weeks, so we really needed to get those guys in. Some flower horns. Nice fins. Nice color. Basic big head flower horns. Another one there. Probably enough of those. There's a few more too, but then we got some bettas. These are premium mixed dragon scale. They're placats. If you want to do a betta in a community tank, the placats, the short fin ones, are probably the very best ones in terms of putting them in with water that's got some flow and things like that. There's all kinds of myths out there on the internet about bettas and what they need and what they don't need. And all those people that are telling you need 5 or 10 gallons of water for a single betta, and it needs a filter, and it needs this, and it needs that, none of them know what they're talking about. Basically, the big fins on the bettas, a lot of those are better off without water flow. because it's hard to swim against water current. When you got those big fins especially, it's hard. And a lot of those, like the small, those little 1 and 2 gallon betta kits, the flow in all of those is just insane. It's just way too high. I would never put bettas in any of them. You're going to shorten their lifespan because they're spending so much energy fighting the current. Temperature is much more important. You know, if you maintain your room temperature, or you put like seedling mats or something underneath your smaller containers with bettas in them. You know, and lots of friends who've 500 to 2,000 bettas at a time coming up, all individually, individually jarred. And that's what you really need to do to be able to maintain the fins and get the fin development you want on a fish like a half moon especially. You know, if you put that in a tank with flowing water, it's just not going to have the fin development. So you really need to be careful about that. But for a community tank, like I said, the placats, the short fin ones are the best. After that, I would say crown tails, because again, shorter main fin and then those extensions that don't really affect much when they're swimming in current. And then after that would be the veil tails. And really your half moons, I've got some full moons in here which are at least half moon size. And even the super deltas, I wouldn't put those in with much water flow. So you want to be a little careful what you choose. Okay, it's the same ones. What else do we have here? More flower horns. These are double tails. Again, not ideal for tanks with a lot of water flow because it's just too hard for them to swim. These are the full moons. So these are not going to look anywhere near their best in the bags. Once I get them out of the bags and they start flaring the fins out, you can really see them. So I'll go through probably tomorrow, either tomorrow or Tuesday morning, and I'll shoot a video of all these fish in the tanks along with all the stuff that came in earlier in the week. I guess today's Sunday, so I guess technically it's last week, and show you what everybody looks like in the tanks, because it really is quite different than how they look in the bags. These are fancy crown tails. Some really neat patterns in there. Yeah, we didn't get a ton of those are full moons again. Didn't get a ton of bettas, just enough to get an assortment in here. These are platinums. They're white. And the light's almost too much on those. You just get too much bounce back, too much glare back from the light. These are A-grade half moons. Again, you know, nice quality half moon, good quality patterns on those. And that is literally how they come in. This is box directing from Bangkok. These are solid, actually, not so solid. I ordered just a few solid colored veil tails. But even these have some variation to them. None of those are really solid, so, but that's all right. And the last one on the top row of this box is these guys, which don't look like what they're supposed to be. Let me get a closer look at them. Actually, you know what they are? They probably are endlers. These are supposed to be female chili endlers. Not quite what I was expecting them to look like. So there should be males in the next one, and I'll get this unpacked, get these guys floating, and then we'll come back and do the bottom row. Okay, so now we're doing row 2 of Bangkok box. And the first bag we pull out is what I thought was going to be male chili endlers. And you know what? They are calling these chili guppies is what I'm figuring out. And the females definitely are the right ones to go with these. They've got very similar patterning in the tail. It's a nice looking fish. So that's all right. And then we got 3 other species in the bottom of this box. Looks like they're all individually bagged. So whitetail ACI, really pretty blue fish with a white tail. I think these are much more attractive than the regular ACI. You'll see the big difference in the color on those tomorrow when they're in, after they've been in the tanks for a little while and settled in. Little young flower horns. Just pull a couple of them out here, about 2 inches. And some strawberry peacocks. see the color. Bright pink color on these guys. Yeah, probably a little bit of hormoning in there to get that much color on those at that size. And it'll wear off, but then, you know, natural color comes back later. So that's everybody for today. So I now need to get busy and finish putting everything out. And we'll see you again, like I said, tomorrow or Tuesday morning. And we'll do a walk around video and show you everything in the tanks. Thanks. Have a great night. Bye-bye.